Well, it was a common sight in the 80s and 90s, not quite as frequent since, but it's back. Playoff football in the Bay Area here at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Seattle Seahawks and the San Francisco 49ers. Now a man who really stepped up last year. This is Matt Breida. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8.
Check. 53's mine. Check. 53's mine. Let's go.
From the shotgun, it's Brissett. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Yellow. Check. What twin? 61. Matchbox. Light.
A first carry for the former Falcon, Tevin Coleman. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
You can't block me.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Whip. Watch the whip. Tighten up. 6 guys. Check 6 guys.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run, and just lost track, and it cost him.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Mahomes now to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for the, and I think the ball's out. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked it and ran, but he's still short of the marker at its 4th. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They do go for it. It's Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Darren Lee, and that will force a turnover on downs. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Brissett. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Check 24. Check 24. Get it all. West. Delta. 53 to Mike. 53. Check 53. Oh, yeah. I got it.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
53. Mike. Watch the slat. Watch the slat. 53 to Mike.
On 1st and 10, Brissett. Short throw underneath to Hurst. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Brissett. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Tyreek Hill. Touchdown number 18 on the year. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. This fielded at the 2. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak can have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. 7 yards there and a first down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And complete to Zach Ertz. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play there on the catch and run. 61 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Curtis Samuel, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Mike 52. I got you. I got you, son. I got you. You're already welcome. Baby, get this. You're all right. Jack. Deuce.
On first down, they go right back to Cohen. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
He's checking. Crash.
They'll try to throw now. Brissett. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Check your hot read.
Now whistles here, and I think one of the big boys for the 49ers might have jumped. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long.
Here we go again. Hatch it. Slam.
Out of the gun, Brissett. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. 17 yards on the pickup, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. On 3rd down, a run from Breida. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down. Matt Breida out of Georgia Southern now in his 3rd year in a 49er uniform. He was tough to keep off the field last year. Very good yards per carry. 5.3 on 153 attempts. Good for over 800 yards rushing. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Watch the ship.
Brissett now. Open man is lost, complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. From the red zone now, Brissett. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Tyreek Hill with his 19th touchdown, his second of the game. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10.
51 to Mike. 51.
On first down, Mahomes. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Check 88. Single.
Now Mahomes. Incomplete. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Working from the gun, Mahomes forced out to his left. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here's Tyler Newsome now. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Pulled in at the 24. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, 49ers. An impressive punt return of 76 yards. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly for 6. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And it's now 21-7. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Yellow.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Throwing now is Mahomes. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Rush in. Rush in. Hey, yo, go.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Dancing to his left. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Darren Lee make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position...
And this is caught. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Tyreek Hill with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Following the touchdown, here's Moore to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. Mahomes now on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Darren Lee in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Throwing on 2nd and long. Mahomes. Looking for Stills here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. That pick 6 extending this lead even further. Boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the 3rd quarter. But things don't improve fast then. I think the backups get a lot of play in the 2nd half.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Hey, 57, 57.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Caught. It's Dontrell Inman. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Yellow. 51's the mic. 51's the mic. Here we go. 51's the mic.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes flush to his right. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his 2nd of the game. Instead, 4th down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the lock.
It's caught at the 10. Touchdown, 49ers. Tyreek Hill on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. The first half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock.
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Now they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. And finally they get him to the ground, but it's all the way down at the Niners' 37-yard line. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The safety Landon Collins there to make the tackle.
And that's called winning at the point of attack, isn't it? Right there at the line of scrimmage. I know he's a little bummed out now. He doesn't get credit for a tackle for a loss, but no gain. his guys will take that.
And speaking of winning, to be as cheesy as we can, he was the winner of the NFC Defensive Player of the Week award from last week, so he's really stringing together some good football.
So not only did he get a gold star, he might have gotten a gold watch too, huh?
Now they'll throw with Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Solomon Thomas, they love to see that from him as he slips in for the sack.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. And that will be incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
Mike 55. Stay with your man. Mike 55. Mike 55. Hey, tighten down. There you go. Hey, check.
Mahomes throwing on 4th, eluding the pressure right. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Brissett. Buying time to his left. Got a man open, it's Ross. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Man open, it's Goodwin. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Matt Breida, his 11th touchdown of the year, as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now here's Mahomes. Caught by the tight end Ertz. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Yellow. Let's go, blue, lady. Let's go. Single. I got a single in the slot.
Mahomes going to throw. Taking a shot for Samuel. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. They give him a gain of 38. Now, look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in a cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run it, you need to break off big chunks. We just saw a big play right there. They need plenty of those.
Mike 51.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Watch the boot.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Tevin Coleman, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks are able to get a score back.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive. As they score here, especially a touchdown, it's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Niners have the 1st down on a gain of 11. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. 1st down, a run with Cohen. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now here in Santa Clara. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Mike 52. Coleman. Where's your set?
To throw is Brissett. And going deep for Hill. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And across the chalk into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Tyreek Hill, touchdown number 22 on the season, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts of the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Well, he's got to have that wrong, doesn't he? They declined that.
There's no doubt about it. Sorry to step on you there, partner, but let's go ahead and run this one together, right? Incomplete pass, yet they call pass interference, and somehow you're going to decline that penalty?
I'm so confused. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
You got nothing. Attack. You got nothing. Check.
They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Mike 51.
Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 11.
I don't even know why this team showed up.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And he connects with Ertz. That'll pick up the 1st down for Seattle on a gain of 18. Mahomes now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Here's Coleman. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
The Seahawks on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Mahomes now to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's sacked by Tremaine Edmonds.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
And with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Now this is fielded in the end zone. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 18 yards, 1st down Niners. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
And the Seahawks add a couple of extra DBs going with the dime look here.
Indeed, 6 on the field.
Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it.
On 3rd down, a run with Cohen. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one.
SOS, SOS. Kill, kill, kill.
On 1st down, here's Breida. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Kill, kill, kill. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Hey, hey, watch this, watch this.
From just shy of midfield, Brissett steps away to his left. And he's going to keep it here. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. That one looks like he'll throw here. And going deep for Hill. Got a man that's caught at the 6-yard line. A big play there for the Niners. And even 40 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Out of the gun, Brissett. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Marr on for the extra point. Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today, coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Open man is Samuel, complete. It's a first down following a gain of 3. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag. Completed it very well.
Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Niners, the train just keeps rolling. 9-0 now to start this campaign. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, it's a bit of a setback as they drop to 6-4 now. And they'll get a late bye next week, which might be coming at the right time. And they'll be back in action in Week 12. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.